hello, what's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to you all. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. What is up, Zelda Zach and Psycho Magi and Strictly Jess? How are you? Welcome. Robowalk, Millicures, your drunk daddy, Ariel Blazer. Bear Snake. Twitch names are the best. They're the hardest to say, but some of them are pretty funny. Hello, the best, Real Raker, Little Sturfer, Fizzy Wuzzle, Kinserix, Ninjajuk. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome. Yeah, I mean, we played some Modern last stream, so I figured it would be a good time for some Historic. And got Tinybones. Maybe we play other jank. I don't know. We're gonna play Historic tonight, though. Hopefully have some fun. Win games. Yeah, I don't know about that, but we're gonna have fun, win or lose. How many pretty Blood Moons are you planning on getting? I gotta get at least one, because I gotta have my mismatches, and it has unique art, so. The big news of the day is we're almost at the end of Double Masters. Looking forward to every Friday morning Australian. Oh, is it Friday morning there? Well, welcome. Happy Friday to you. The big news is Double Masters. The spoiler is almost completely up. Wizards, I think, is posting the whole list in like a half hour. And they just spoiled the rest of the mythics on their stream. So the last two mythics, Rico of Two Reflections, Imperial Recruiter. So we have all 40 mythics now, and these are actually decent ones. I wasn't sure how much these cards cost. Imperial Recruiter, even after the first reprinting, still $50. Gonna keep going down. Rico of Two Reflections, really popular commander card, and $37, so another solid reprint. Also, if you're a Sweet Toxic Deluge, which is gonna be expensive for commander and maybe legacy, if you are a pauper player, a braid down to common, which I think is a pretty big deal for pauper. I expect that to see a lot of pauper play. Cast down also down to common, which is unique, so we'll see. We'll take a peek at the full set when it comes out, but that is a big news. Are you going to check out the Black White Core Spirit Dancer list I sent you? Ooh, maybe. Actually, I don't know if we're going to play Core Spirit Dancer tonight, but we will probably, we'll probably soon. I think. So, what I have tonight, I got a whole bunch of different decks. I have Vito Exquisite Blood combo. I mean, we've already played that a little bit, and it might be coming for something on YouTube, so it is going to be coming. I can promise you, because I think that combo is sweet. So, what do we have to start off with? We have Tinybones, mono black version of Tinybones, similar to, but not exactly the same as, the build we played on against the odds. So that's one deck we have to play. We have a Grixis Tinybones deck, which is very different. We got Angras and Decobolases and Zurzas and Croxes, along with Tinybones and some of the Tinybones shenanigans. So that's another option we have to play. We have a couple of Dark Horse decks that are pretty bad, but they're kind of funny, and maybe we play them. They're decks that are like in progress, I would say. They're in progress, they're not all the way there yet. Dentella Giferi, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. I really want to make Lurking Predators work. I haven't figured this out exactly yet. Lurking Predators is just like this janky commander card. Whenever your opponent casts a spell, you reveal the top card of your library. If it's a creature, you get to put it into play. Otherwise, you kind of get to scry and put it on the bottom of your library if you want. So I've been trying to figure out a way to make Lurking Predators work. Haven't got there yet, although it is really funny when you play against like Team Arek, and they just are like, do I even like cast my spells? Do I cast my Growth Spiral and give you a free shot at a creature? So the shell is really bad. It probably needs to have like multiple colors or something, but that's something that's in progress. Also, the other one, where's the other one that Sultai Citadel. I think this deck could be pretty sweet. This deck is like all in Bolas to Citadel Vivian combo. It's pretty janky, but essentially it's just all the extra land drops. Oracle, Dryad, Azusa. We have Dread Presence as our finisher with our Dryad making everything to swamps. And then we have Bolas to Citadel and Vivian. So Vivian lets us play creatures off the top of our deck. Oracle lets us play lands off the top of our deck. Bolas' Citadel lets us play everything off the top of our deck as long as we have life. So the idea is we just kind of like ramp into these cards, stack up extra land effects, and try to cast as much of our deck as we can off the top of our library. So we got a bunch of options for tonight. Hey, what's up, Q's? How are you? Hello, good to see ya. But we're starting with Tinybones. Tinybones first, because we promised Tinybones, and then we'll see where we go from there. So hopefully everyone is doing. Is it going to be all goblins? Ugh. Well, the good news is I mean, we have some goblin plans. We have, for example, Grafdigger's Cages. Ratchet Bomb's pretty good. Basically, our sideboard is mostly dedicated to being good against goblins and also being good against Wilderness Reclamation, because those are the two matchups that I feel like I play on repeat in this format. So hopefully we actually beat them once in a while. Ooh, Spicy Mono Red Phoenix Brew. That sounds sweet, Regara. Yeah, we'll probably play some Salt Ice Citadel. I mean, it is really janky, but it is really sweet when it goes off. So that is the upside. Like, there's a lot of losing, but the wins are really good. Strictly Jess for the 8th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Also, if you notice Wizards posting the full spoiler, ping me, and we will look at the full Double Master spoiler when it comes up. So anyway, quick reminders, then we will Tinybones while we wait for the spoiler. So I've been away from Magic for basically all of 2020. What is Standard like these days? Well, there's this called card Wilderness Reclamation, which, if you haven't seen it, Wilderness Reclamation, really, this is emblematic of Standard in 2020, but Wilderness Reclamation comes down for 4 mana, untaps all your lands on your end step. Might not look immediately scary, but it basically doubles your mana. It's kind of free because it immediately untaps your land. This card is probably currently like 50-ish% of the Standard meta, in like combo shells essentially. Before that, it was Fires of Invention, which also was a card that essentially doubled your mana. Fires of Invention, 4 mana, lets you cast a spell for free, up to 2 of them each turn, with converted mana cost equal to or less than the number of lands you control. So you play for 4 mana, play another 4-drop, turn 5, 2 5-drops. These have been the cards, along with ramp, like Growth Spiral, for example, and other cards that start ramping you by putting lands in play early. That has been standard. That has been standard this year. Be honest, 2019, 2020 Magic has been rough. I said on Twitter, I was actually surprised about this, I said something on Twitter yesterday about, I thought that the last year was probably one of the worst years. I think I said arguably the worst year for constructed Magic of all time or something like that. And I was surprised how many people were just like adamantly that was wrong, which, I mean, that's like, arguably, I think it is definitely up for debate. I don't know how to stack the last year up against whatever, Necropotence or Urza Saga, like some of the historically broken formats from like 20 years ago. But when you look at just like, my argument for the last year being one of the roughest years for constructed Magic was essentially that every format suffered. Like Standard, we had Field of the Dead into Oko. This is a past year. Like, just listen to this real quick. The last year, Field of the Dead, this is Standard. Field of the Dead, banned. Oko, 70% of the meta, banned. Fires of Invention, eventually, like, a huge percent of the meta with Luca, banned. Into Wilderness Reclamation, currently 55% of the meta and not being banned. So that's been Standard. That's been Standard over the past year. Modern, if we look at Modern was Hogak last summer, one of the most broken decks in the history of the format, into Urza Domination in the fall, along with Oko until Mox Opal was banned, into Companion Spring, into now Modern is actually in like a semi-decent place, but I think it's been a rough year for constructed Magic, I would say, cause I forgot about, there's so many broken cards, I'm forgetting about cards that are like obviously some of the most broken that have been printed in a long time, cause welcome to the Fishbowl. The Companion is the one I forget. I go through this huge list of stuff that's bad, and I always skip over, maybe it's because it was a short period, like the Companion reign was like, what, 2 months, maybe less, because we complained so loud, and everyone complained so loud that Wizards eventually errated the mechanic, but the Companion time, wow, was it a busted time, like, I've never seen a more broken time than we've went through in the past year, but Astrolabes, we had Companions dominating Vintage. It has been wild. Alex Mateo for the 14th month. Been watching Rustic Studies. Watching a Pithing Needle with Pithing Needle felt like Sherry keep up the content. Yeah, Sam makes some really awesome videos. It was definitely sweet to be featured in that one. Welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Let's do our reminder, start playing Magic, and then don't get me started on the mulligan rule. I always get in trouble because I think the mulligan rule is a big part of it, but other people disagree. Replay YouTube, that's where you'd find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Normal YouTube, Against the Odds. What did you think of the Against the Odds deck? The Against the Odds deck with Revel and Riches, I had a lot of fun playing that deck. Eventually, like, I kept trying to play good version, I don't know, like regular versions of treasures, and I was eventually like, you know what, if I'm just gonna like lose by playing Wily Goblins, what if I just take and like put everything I would possibly want to play in the deck? If we're gonna lose anyway, we might as well do spectacular things while we lose. And we lost anyway a decent amount of the time, but boy did that deck do some fun things, and it was really fun to play. Camp Strider for the 4th month, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. We dodged the negates, thankfully, although we almost got Spell Pierced. Did we get Spell Pierced? We got something Spell Pierced. It might not have been Revel though. Campster, welcome to the Fishbowl. Big soup cheer for you. Is Pioneer dead? It's not dead. It's not in a super great place, but it's also partly that there's no paper tournaments and it's not on Arena, so that's part of it. And also the meta is not in a gameplay, so I wouldn't say it's dead, but the interest has dropped a lot from where it was last fall when it was first announced. Otherwise, a reminder that our sponsor tonight is the ever awesome Card Kingdom, and maybe you gotta pre-order some Double Masters cards. You get them at cardkingdom.com, even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know in your order notes you want one. They'll hook you up for free. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the show. Otherwise, Discord is new and improved merch page. Has tokens, t-shirts, playmats. Get a way to support the stream and the channel and the site. Donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream, and I can't put that command in the chat for some reason. Still can't do it. 0 for 3. There we go. And let's play some Magic. I think that gets us through all of our reminders. Yeah, Pioneer would be easy to fix. All you gotta really do to fix Pioneer, I think at level 1, is ban Inverter, ban Lotus Breach. Those are the 2 big ones. Like, that is my issue with the format, at least, is those 2 combo decks are so good, and if I'm just gonna play combo, I'm just gonna play in Modern, because I have more cards available to me and can do more janky things. So that's kind of my take, is like, I want Pioneer to have its own identity. I loved Pioneer when it was kind of like a fair-ish format, and I knew every format gets unfair eventually. Like, every format, you get a ton of cards from 5 years, 10 years in the past, interact weirdly with cards 5 years, 10 years in the future, combos develop, it gets faster, it gets more degenerate. That's unavoidable. That's what happens when you get a lot of cards in the format. But I wasn't expecting it to happen in like 3 months. I was expecting like a couple of years at least. But the Theros Beyond Death, oh my goodness, just unleashed all the combos right at once. But anyway, let's actually play a bit of Magic. And we can talk about all this stuff. We talk about janky old cards, new cards, double masters, whatever, as we're going along. So, starting off, first up, Mono Black Tinybones, Spikes Cafe for the 31st month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doesn't Better Answers fix the unfairness problem? I actually don't think it does. That is, oh man, we're not even going to get into a game of Magic. We will, I promise. So here's the thing. I've heard a lot of people say that. The problem is that the answers aren't good enough for the threats. I think that that's actually not really true. I think the problem is that the threats are so good they're not worth answering. So, like, here's what I would say. Like, let's say you have Swords to Plowshares, the best non-conditional answer in the format. Your opponent plays an Uro, they escape an Uro into play, you Swords to Plowshares it. Your opponent already drew 2 cards. They already gained 6 life. They already put some lands into play. They gained 6 life from your Swords to Plowshares. You're still not winning that exchange. The same is, like, kind of true with Teferi. Is another good example. Your opponent plays Teferi, they takes down Teferi, they bounce your thing, they draw a card, maybe there's 1 mana to destroy target Planeswalker, you blow up the Teferi, you're still losing that exchange. So I don't think you can make answers efficient enough, unless you start attacking like, draw 2 cards. Maybe it's 1 mana, destroy a Planeswalker, draw 2 cards. Then I guess maybe it would work. But I think traditionally, even really good answers wouldn't be good enough, because the problem isn't that the answers aren't good enough in general. The problem is that the problem is that the threats are so good that even if you immediately answer them efficiently, you're usually still behind. So I think that's my take on it. Anyway, all right, so we're starting off with Tinybones. Tinybones, if you're not familiar, likes us to make our opponent discard cards. If we make our opponent discard, we get to draw a card. On the end step, we can pay 6 life, drain for 10. So this is kind of historic 8-rack, similar to the Gets Odds build. We got Liliana, backup payoff, forcing your opponent to discard, hitting up for damage when they're empty-handed. We got Davriel's, forcing your opponent to discard, hitting up for damage once they get down to 1 or less cards. We got some Waste Knots as additional payoffs. We also have a bunch of discard. Bugler Rats discard, Davriel discard, Liliana discard, Rankle can make our opponent discard. We also have Heartless Pillage for discard, Liliana's Triumph can be discard. Otherwise, some removal eliminates Liliana's Triumphs, Murderous Riders, MTG Arena to draw cards, Pack Rat, a new addition to the deck. Seems sweet because we get empty-handed because of Liliana, so we discard our cards for value to Pack Rat, go white that way. If our opponent doesn't have cards, gonna be hard to kill the Pack Rat and actually get out of it. Mana base, bunch of swaps, Bajuka Bog, Castle Lockwade, sideboard, as I said, mostly weighted towards Goblins and Teamarek. Otherwise, a little bit of removal, this and that. So let's Tinybones and see what happens. Good time gamer, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. No, we're in Historic tonight. This is Historic. So if Underworld Merchant, Inverter, Bandit, Pioneer, will the format not be broken anymore? I mean, it's always hard to say with certainty, as we've seen in Standard, where really broken things get banned and then new broken things develop. My thinking is the format would be greatly improved. I guess the second tier of stuff is Kethis combo and Heliod Walking Ballista combo. I think it's a battle of about the heart of the format. Like, what is Pioneer supposed to be about right now? If Pioneers are supposed to be about combo decks, then I think you go then go the other way. Unban Felidar Guardian, unleash it. Unban Smuggler's Copter, unleash it. Like, unban basically the whole ban list and just let the combos fight it out on turn 4 and see what happens. But it's very strange to have, like, some combos banned, and then some combos that are very similar as far as speed and consistency unbanned. So I would rather personally have Pioneer be a fair-ish format where you can battle your mid-range. Like, when Pioneer came out, I was thrilled for the idea of a format where we would be able to, like, Siege Rhino people, and that's just not where this format ended up. It did not end up you can Siege Rhino people format. It's just like, you combo people off on turn 4 with different cards than in modern format. Why not go Rakdos for Kroxa? Well, we actually have a Grixis build of Tinybones too that we'll probably try tonight that does have Kroxa and a bunch of other stuff. Well, here comes Snoop Magoop. Well, Davriel. So we make our opponent discard. Ugh, I don't know if this is gonna be enough. This is a game I expect we lose game 1, but then hopefully maybe our sideboard will be enough. If not, we could add in, if we get crushed by goblins, we will add in even more goblin hate. Or just start playing the anti-goblin deck again. Tinybones! Oh, so many Davriels. Huh? Wow, that's a bad sign. So the meta's in a place where people are playing splashing Ether Gust in their goblin deck to win the mirror? Oh, that's not a good sign. Maybe we should be going back to... Maybe we should go back to our anti-goblin deck if this is where the format's at. Maybe that's what we gotta do. Oh, not a land! Phone it. I mean, if it's all goblins that are anti-goblin deck's probably good. There's Skirk Prospector for our opponent. Gets in for a million or two. Yeah. We'd really love to draw land number 4. That would be helpful. Down to 13. Okay, there's a land. So play the land. Bugler Rat, make our opponent discard. I'm sure it will be... Yeah, and then eliminate... eliminate Chieftain, I think. Still not great. Not great. Eventually Muxus will come, and then we will be sad, but we're not dead yet. Past the turn. Draw a card. Tinybones draws a lot of cards. How do you feel about Historic? Do you enjoy it, or do you feel like it's broken like Pioneer? Ooh. Oh, that's a languish. That's a languish. The what of, fun of in the main deck. That could be our get out of jail free card. Maybe. At least buy us enough time to get our opponent empty-handed. We'll see. This is going to be close. Eggmark, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We need a bugler rat. A bugler rat emote would be spectacular. So what do I feel about Historic? I feel like Historic needs to have some stuff suspended again. I was very, very, very much enjoying Historic. Is it worth it? We lose our Tinybones. Are we just wrathing? Alright, no blocks. Sure. Sure. We might not languish. We might try to hold off one more turn, especially if we draw the land. Because now we get to play the land, play Bugler Rat, make our opponent discard. Davriel. Make our opponent discard.
I'll have to order empty your
Alright. Discard them all. Pass the turn. Draw a card. It's a swap. Pass the turn. Spring Mista, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. I feel like, well, let's see how many cards our opponent has. The answer is, oh, none. All right, goblins, that was a good try, but apologies. Oh, it feels good to see goblins get unlucky. Hey Seth, how are you doing? Was curious what happened to Commander Clash. All right, so we will just. Wow. We could just try to Tinybones. Is that better than sweeping the board? We could Tinybones for 10, hit for 2. But then we don't have a way to make our opponent discard next turn in Tinybones. Alright. Languish and Pack Rat. Go. Take your Davriel damage. So Tinybones. Yeah, I don't know what the right line there was. So Commander Clash last week, the problem was basically that Moto was crashing. So we weren't able to actually record the game, unfortunately. Pack Rat. Opponent charges up. Pack Rat. Go to combat, hit ya. Down to 12, down to 10. Looking good against the monster of the format. Are we the Goblin Assassin? Have we figured out a way? Crater Maker, sure. I don't think that saves the day. An opponent realizes it. Done. And Tinybones. Maybe we broke it. Maybe we broke it. So yeah. So Commander Clash that was supposed to go up last week. Unfortunately, Moto was just like non-functional. And was crashing for no reason, like instantly. So we pushed back viewer submitted week. That's going up tomorrow night. And then we just actually recorded the next episode that'll go up next Friday. Today, it was a very interesting, really long game today. It was a good one. I think Reclamation is a monster of the format. I think Goblins and Reclamation are the two big decks, I would say. Goblins and Rec. Which one is actually like number one? It might be Reclamation. I think those are the two decks that I see all the time. Yeah, Goblins are pretty good. Is Pack Rat new tech in this deck? Yeah, Pack Rat is a new addition. I think Pack-Rat's really powerful, and I feel like it might be a decent card against Team Iraq. Like, against Team Iraq, what we really want to do, other than, like, our sideboard cards, is attack our opponent's hand, but then kill our opponent quickly enough that they can't refuel with, like, an expansion explosion. And Pack-Rat's actually a really fast clock, so I feel like in that context, it can actually be pretty good. I don't know about bringing in Necro mention this one. Hey, happy birthday, Elf! I don't know if Necromensch is worth it. Normally, I don't bring it in, but maybe we should. Like, it's mostly there for Team Iraq. Helix, the problem is goblins are so aggressive that I feel like taking off a turn to deal with Muxus, or taking off a 3-mana turn to deal with Muxus is a little risky. On the other hand, I really like Grafdigger's Cage. Grafdigger's Cage is my, like, number one, because it's only 1 mana. Helix, welcome to the Fishbowl. Hey, Seth. If the Commander Clash game is long, how is going to be long? Does it mean you guys didn't choose the Infect deck I submitted? Oh no, Helix, that was, well, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what we chose and did not choose for viewer submitted week, but the game we recorded today was not viewer submitted week. That was next week's episode with another theme. We recorded viewer submitted last Thursday, and it'll be going live tomorrow night. Yeah, exclamation point deck will take you to the deck. Opponent gets in, it says, yeah. Well, play a land, a Bugler Rat. Mega discard. We're gonna need another land. Waste Not's weird. It loses value after a while. They reveal their draws Legion War. Oh boy. Alright. So this is the problem with goblins, is their clock is so fast that taking off a bunch of time to deal with Muxus is just not very practical. Alright, well, opponent plays a land. And I mean, we're looking very close to dead at the moment. Hey, Goldfish, need your advice. I like to play Jank Tabletop casual with friends. All right, opponent plays a Snoop. Yeah, this isn't good, though. I think we're just losing to the board now. We are in trouble here. Oh, okay. Wow, they didn't cast that Lord off the top. I mean, we're still dead, but we would have been even more dead if our opponent had played Snoop before. Yeah. Yeah, alright, sure. Fragseeter seems kind of bad in the matchup. Yeah, it's not great. Maybe we bring in the Virulent Plague. Maybe we go Virulent Plague Ratchet Bomb. We can try it. Their draws... So the thing that makes Goblins so hard is their draws are just so varied. Like, some games they just get lucky and win on turn 3 with Muxus. Some games, they're just playing all real creatures. Some games, they're like a token deck. So it's hard to bring in hosiery-style sideboard cards. Do you think Idol of Endurance could be a good against odds card? Idol of Endurance could be sweet. I don't know, what would we do with it? I think the thing that would make me skeptical of doing Idol of Endurance against odds is it kind of feels like... Luris. So that makes me a little bit nervous that it would just feel Luris-y. I mean, I guess this hand's okay. Yeah, we like incidentally have tokens from Waste Not, but that's not like a huge part of our plan. Can Force Spike be printed in Standard? I think Force Spike would be fine for Standard. Mana Tithe would probably be more fun. I'll play a land and Waste Not. No discard in hand at the moment, though. About it. Do you think that... Yeah, let's just pass. Do you think that something like what we played for Against Odds today could work in Historic? So Iron Dreaded, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription for the 43rd month. Big scoop cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, we'll eliminate it. Wow, so many Bajuka Bogs. Playland Rankle. Hit ya. Each player discards a card. Each player draws a card. Discard Bajuka Bog. Trigger Waste Knot. Get a... Aw. Mana opponent. Boo! Boo in the mana. I don't think the pieces exist to make that kind of deck work in Historic. I actually looked around a little bit. There's no wheels. There's no way to cast free spells. There's not really ways to make your opponent draw cards. So I feel like we're missing basically 90% of what we need. So maybe someday, but I don't think we can now. Yeah, the mana is made during combat, and it doesn't carry over to the main phase. Mana goes away at the end of phases, so unfortunately, the mana from Waste Knot's not very useful off of Rankle. Unless you have, an Eliminate or something. If you have an instant, it can be, but... Alright, Crate Maker. Ooh, Murderous Rider. That's interesting. Well, play Murderous Rider. What is our on top? Goblin Chief did. Alright, so Murderous Rider. Kill Snoop. Pack Rat. Attack. Hit ya. Get some value. Opponent discards a Muxus, which I guess is good. Here's a deck idea for Pioneer. Pioneer Conspicuous Snoop plus Arcade Adaptation Dog Tribal Snoop Dogs. I like the name. The name by itself is a win. About it. Alright, running out their stuff. Lords and such. Hasty Goblins. Put our attacks. We will block. Kill Wily Goblin. Ooh, this is our first game, actually, so no record yet. Ooh, Quada, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 39th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, play Waste Knot. Number 2. Play Davriel. You discard.
Let me pick your brain for a minute.
Yes, give us the zombies. Give us the zombies. Get in with Rankle. Discard, sack a creature. Yes. Yes. Discard that. Sack that. Oh! I think we're taking him down. I think we're taking him down. We just need a Tinybones. Waste Knot's actually really powerful. The thing about Waste Knot is you don't actually have to combo off with it for it to be good. This game, it's been 2 mana. It's made 2 2/2s. That's already good, and it has the upside of being more than that. It's a little swingy, and not a great top deck, although we have a lot of ways to discard it, and that is Goblins getting Tinybones out. Whew. Have you seen the Boros version of Transmogrify? Been pretty strong option against Goblins. I can see just being able, I think any Transmogrify deck into Craterhoof that can win on turn 4 probably has a decent shot, because Goblins, while they do win on turn 3 or turn 4, they don't do that super consistently. That's kind of their nut draw range. So if you can just trample over, you got them. I actually think Historic Vampires is pretty good. We might be seeing some Historic Vampires on the YouTube soon. It's possible. Oh, hey, thank you so much, Chris Piggin. Full set gallery is up. All right, send me the link. Send me the link, and we'll take a peek before we go to the next match. Live on stream, a first full look at Double Masters. All right, chat. Here we go. Let's see what we missed. What are your opinion on historic colorless Trod? I think it's fun and funny. I don't think it's like especially competitive. All right, first look. What do we get? Full set is out. Keep an eye open for anything that is new and good. So white, do we get any sweet new additions? So far, this looks pretty typical. Master Splicer returns. Mirrorsmith is a cool card. The Smith Cycle is cool. Scars of Mirrodin, though they were fun in Scars of Mirrodin limited. Boy, there's a lot of Mirrodin and Scars of Mirrodin stuff. I guess it makes sense with it being like Artifact Masters initially. Ooh, Apprentice Wizard. I always wonder why this card does not see play. Like, it's a blue card that taps to add 2 mana. It's like a blue Palladium mirror, essentially. Like, that seems like a thing that could... It seems like a thing that could be played in a format. Like Commander or something. I don't think it's gonna like break Legacy or anything, but it seems like something you put in a Commander deck maybe. Are there just better options? Metallic Rebuke, Pongify, always worth a little bit because of Commander, so it's a good return. Sarah Sphinx. Oh, you don't recognize it without the the Time Spiral border. All right, I think that was a rare, right? This was a rare at the time, downgraded to uncommon. Heading in the right direction. Ad nauseum. Bone Picker. Ooh, wait, was Bone Picker common before? Is this new to Pauper? Ooh, Bone Picker in Pauper would actually be a thing, maybe. Unless it was already downgraded in another set. Because it was uncommon in... Yes, this first time. All right. Well, that might be a new Pauper deck. Bone Picker, you got sacrifice stuff. That could actually be a thing. Divest down to common. Possibly Pauper playable. Perhaps. Possibly Pauper playable. Morkut Banshee. Oh, they got all the Smiths in there. Ravenous Trap at rare. Boo. Boo, Wizards. Boo. Toxic Deluge is a good reprint. Moving on to red. Do we get anything sweet? Blood Moon. Of course. There are a lot of Jumpstart cards that are coming back again in here. A little bit strange to reprint so many things twice in a... Ooh, Lightning Axe. I guess that was common originally, though, so not new to Pauper. Alright. I mean, Chatter the Squirrel. Doesn't look like there's anything too crazy, other than those few, like, Pauper downgrades that was released in the last day of spoilers. Multicolor. So what do you think? What do you think, chat? We have the whole set now. The whole set is out. We've got to see the entire thing. What are you doing with Double Masters? Are you buying packs? Are you buying a box? Are you just going to pick up singles? Are you ignoring it altogether? How are you handling this set? I'm curious. This was first ever spoiler card I got. And I swear Wizards was not planning on giving us a spoiler card because it showed up really late. So that was before that Wizards gave us spoiler cards. And then they must have decided at the last minute. I don't know if I said something nice about them or what, but and then all of a sudden I was like, hey, you got a spoiler card. It's Magnifying Glass. Like, all right, like, I'm not exactly sure what to write about Magnifying Glass, but I have played it in Commander Clash before, and I will pay any amount of mana to draw a single card, even if it means a 3-mana mana rock, 4 mana to make a clue, 2 mana to sack the clue. I have done that, spent my entire turn, and been relatively happy about it. Welding Jar's a good reprint. Ignoring singles only. I mean, singles is the safest plan for sure. Like, we've already seen, like, Fulminator Mage, $2, Engineered Explosives, $3, etc., etc., etc. Do I still buy cards? I don't have the time anymore. Like, I buy cards on impulse because I like opening boxes. And I find opening packs fun. So I still open some packs and stuff, but not like I used to, where I was like actively going all over and like buying collections and so forth. So I haven't done that in a long time. I think it's also gotten a lot harder. Arctic, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like 10 years ago, that was actually like really easy to do and really profitable. But because people just, it wasn't like it is today where there's so many buy lists. Everything is so integrated online. If you want to sell your Magic cards, like, buy lists were still a thing to some extent, but not like it is today. But if you want to sell your cards, a lot of people would just, like, put an ad on Craigslist and be like, hey, I used to play Magic, I don't want them anymore, I want $200 or whatever. So if you'd be willing to sort them and go through them and do the whole... Yeah, it's Davriel. I mean, we're going to lose it, but they're not going to have much value in a minute. All right, claim the firstborn down. Opponent, take some damage down to 16. But yeah, I think it's gotten a lot more competitive and harder now. Doc Geo, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mayhem Devil. Gonna have to, man, that's another land. Okay. Well, play Tinybones. Ooh, lots of lands, not much removal. Not actually feeling great about where we're at now. Opponent gets to start sacking the Scry, maybe. Mitchuk, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Opponent hits us down to 14, which is of it. Add it to the sack pile. More Tinybones.
Dealing with you would be easier than dealing with
This is ridiculous, but we need to get these lads out of our hand. We need our languish. We need our languish, please. My experience with master sets has been that breaking even in value every 6 packs or so. So I'll probably get a box because they have a lot of value that I want. That makes sense. I mean, I think that it is definitely possible to break even value-wise with this set, or actually come out ahead with the help of box toppers. About it. Down to 13. Okay. Opponent hits us. Ugh. Opponent draws a land. Well, draw a card. We need some removals. Pretty close to being dead here. Opponent sacks the goat, pings Tinybones. Sacks the food. Oh, Mayhem Devils. What do you think the putt was, Folito? And Ali, more lands. Well, yeah, let's try up. Wow. Okay. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Play a Tinybones. Opponent. Play Davriel. Aye! We can't kill the Mayhem Devil. Well, remember, opponent has Castle Lockwayne, so we have to we would have to activate Tinybones, not just when our opponent was empty-handed, but empty-handed and tapped out for Tinybones to work.
Loneliness can hurt.
So I don't think we actually ever had a window where we could have activated it with our opponent not having any mana. Boo! All right. All right. I mean, we could have attempted, but they had mana up, right? So, I mean, I guess we could do it and hope that our opponent doesn't realize or something. Kind of seems like a long shot, though. The way our opponent was playing definitely gave the impression that they knew what they were doing. This is not a matchup that our deck is built for. That's one of the challenging things about metagames that are kind of like 2-deck metas is buck around. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. One of the challenging things about these type of metagames is when you do run into a deck that is different. Maybe we bring in Spyglass. When you do run into a deck that's not one of the 2 decks that you are built to play against, it gets hard. We could activate it in response to Lockwade, but on the end step, of the turn, our opponent didn't actually even activate Castle Lockwade to play around the possibility of us getting Tinybones. Fluffy Buddy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, there are ways to try to do it, but our opponent was very clearly playing around it. Necromentia? I have a hard time imagining Necromentia would be ideal in this matchup. This hand actually looks good, though. We got lots of removal. Opponent discards. We play a land. We pass the turn. We draw a card. We got all the removal. All the removal in the West. Opponent plays a land. Fatmaster, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Opponent plays a Mayhem Devil and passes. Well, we will eliminate Mayhem Devil. Bajukabog. Pass the turn. Get closer, get closer. I think it's hard to take that amount of time off in this matchup. Hey, what's up, Avian? How are you tonight? Opponent, untap land. Gilded Goose. Whoa, Strider. Alright, so opponent's actually going to get a priest activation. Or not. Well, we will eliminate the priest. If opponent has another Mayhem Devil after all this, it's going to be not great news. Yeah, Necromentia is like a super popular card. I think it's one of the cards that people, I would say, misplay the most. Wow, opponent did not even activate. Interesting. All right. That makes me think there could be a Mayhem Devil. It's a card that people really love to bring in times when they shouldn't. So I feel like, hey, thank you, Spawn Love. I feel like, so Necromentia, people like to bring it in and go after just anything. The problem is, it's 3 mana, and it doesn't do anything immediately unless your opponent happens to have a copy of the card in hand. So I feel like for me, Necromentia is like against Wilderness Reclamation, maybe Teferi control decks. I think it's very hard to bring it in against like Goblins, against Sacrifice. Maybe if you're really desperate and you don't have enough sideboard options, it could be in the conversation. But I think in general, it usually doesn't work. I actually tried it against Goblins a couple of times, and my experience was I just get beaten down by like Goblin Lords and so forth as I'm trying to resolve Necromentia. Yeah, I think if I had control over Historic, I would ban Wilderness Rec, and I might ban Muxus. I think it's in the conversation. I do feel like Goblins might be beatable-ish, at least more so than Reclamation. Reclamation just straight up should not be a thing. Why not make a historic brawl? Closest thing Arena would have to Commander. I'm a big fan of that idea. Actually, at GP Vegas last year, I was talking to some WotC people. That's what I told them. I was like, hey, if you want a free idea, you should really make Brawl historic. I think that would greatly improve people's interest in the format and give Arena a Commander-like format, because I think a big part of why Commander works is there's no rotation. Like, I think that is actually, like, a big chunk of it. Oh, who's playing the historic thing this weekend? And if you are playing, what are you playing? You don't like this deck crazy bad? Not a fan of Tinybones? Not a fan of Tinybones? Oh my opponent. Shame. Shame, opponent. Huh. Alright, so opponent had to sit there for an hour or two. And then decided to play Magic after all.
Let's tidy up in there.
Oh, no attacks, draw a card. Makes a food. Itchereg, welcome to the... Oh, we cannot draw land to save our lives. Itchereg, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bonnet, gonna start eating stuff. A land would be very helpful. Bonnet. Goes attacking at our face. We will block. Cinder Vines. Alright, there's a land. So play the land. And... yeah, I think we just pass. Pass the turn. About it. Oh, I forgot about Yargle. It's been a while since we've Yargled anyone. About it down to 12.
Ugh, what a whiner.
Clothis is helping our opponent. Keeping him alive-ish. Down to 11. Combat. Eliminate Woe Strider. Down to 10. Opponent's gonna start scrying. Ooh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Oh, new MTG streamer. What are you streaming, Spudge? Or do you play more limited or constructed? Favorite color in Magic? I like a lot of different colors. White's probably my least favorite. Blue's probably my most favorite because it's the easiest to draw cards. Opponent plays a land, passes. Kill the goose. Opponent makes a food. Sacks a food. Sacks a food. We go to 7. Oh! Oh, tiny. Did we just go for it? Do we just go for it? Consequences be danged? I mean, we gotta go for it, right? In case you didn't see, is that the mono red bird best of 1 to counter goblin meta. Ooh. Burn is, I guess Burn would probably be good against goblins. Alright. Tinybones. Tinybones, 10U. Pass the turn. I don't think we attack, just in case. Opponent down to 8. Goes back up to 10. They need a really good draw, though, or they're dead. Opponent hits us down to 5. They need to have a card in hand at the end of this. Whoa, Strider. That's not a card in hand. That's not a... Oh, opponent. Oh, no. Up to 13. Oh, no. Oh, no. The food and the Clothis. We didn't account for... Oh. Opponents gain 9 life to stay alive. Oh, we have a new donation. that might actually just kill us, honestly. Ugh. From Irish Ranger, $2 donation. Just want to say love the content, Seth. Since I started watching the YouTube channel a few weeks ago, really helped enjoying Arena by swapping to Historic. Also, it's pronounced Irish Ranger. Well, Irish Ranger, thank you so much for the $2 donation and for the kind words. Food. Apparently food is the kryptonite of the Tinybones. Well, pass the turn. Opponent sacks to Scry. We're going to have a hard time gaining life. Opponent goes to 11. Opponent goes back up. Ugh. That Clothis is gonna steal the game for our opponent. Brutal. Brutal, brutal. Wow! Our opponent could have... I think our opponent punted that. Huh. Couldn't they have gotten back Woestrider from the graveyard? When we attack to gain life, sack them, and just hit us twice more with Clothis, or no? That is not what I expected, too. Couldn't they just... maybe... Do they not have enough cards to actually get back the second Woestrider? We'll take it. We're not going to complain. We will take it. Tinybones. Tinybones. Hey Seth, quick question. Was checking out your no-cat sack list. Was wondering why you made the choice not to run one of the Lurises as a companion since the deck already meets a companion restriction. Yeah, the issue is... that Luris does not work with its own restriction, basically. So, if we play Luris as our companion, we can't play additional copies, essentially. So that was the calculus, basically, that it would be better to have 4 Lurises than a single Luris, even though the single Luris could be our companion. Excited for the new Blood Moon artwork. I am very excited for the new Blood Moon artwork. Because now there's 4 arts, which is a huge deal when it comes to playing free win red. Opponent makes a food. Bugler Rats. Discards a land, which is actually fine. Because now we get to play Trinket, Tinybones, start drawing cards. And it's a land. Okay. Okay. Not looking bad. Not looking bad. Not looking bad at all. Priest of Forgotten Gods. Looking a little worse. That's not a land. Ugh, second wave's not. Bajuka Bog. Pass the turn. No attacks. Opponent draws. Land. No Mayhem Devils. Please, no Mayhem Devils. I was wondering, did you come up with an opponent? Can't beat the Tinybones. Tinybones, Tinybones. I was wondering, did you come up with free win red first? We talked about this a little bit last stream. I believe the answer is yes. I believe so. However, we talked about this a lot last stream. I really hate, like, claiming ownership of decks, for the most part, because I think well, first off, I think it's pretty meaningless, since decks are just piles of cards that anyone should be able to play. So, I feel like you have ownership over a deck is silly. And I feel like when you say, oh, you made this deck, then you also never really know for sure, because even though I think that I created free win red, it's definitely possible that if I start saying that all the time, someone would like find some list from someplace I've never seen before that was from a year before and be like, like, no, you didn't actually. And that's kind of, and even if I did actually create it, the thing is, like, when I was building the deck, my inspiration was like a deck called All in Red for Extended, which was like ritualing out Deus of Calamity. So decks in general, I think of decks like I think of music. As someone who like has played in bands and like really likes music, even if you hear a song that you think, oh, that's really creative, that sounds different than anything that I've heard before, that song is like built on the back of other songs and inspirations. So I think the deck building's the same way. When there's a new deck, even if the deck is like innovative and new, it's not just coming out of the ether. It's built on other work that people have done with cards, with similar decks, with similar colors in different formats. So I don't know. That's kind of, I view it as like the progression of things moving forward, of collectively as the human race or as Magic players. We're moving forward as a group, and stuff that other people are working on influences what you do, and stuff that you do influences other people, and then hopefully we're like all getting better at making decks as we go along. If that makes any amount of sense. Are companions still really good or no? So companions are still played somewhat. They're not what they were before, which was incredibly broken. Wow, sacrifice again? When did sacrifice become some, I guess, so I think sacrifice is a deck that people think beats goblins. It might actually beat goblins, but I think that is the reason that we're seeing it so much is I think that people have pegged it as a deck that might be able to, Moses Citadel, eh? People have pegged it as a deck that might be able to beat goblins. Yeah, let's start drawing cards and killing ourselves. Do legacy decks still run Luras? I don't believe so. No, what deck? What deck did? Oh, so it's Cronky's deck? That makes sense. Yeah, I see. What did it end up being? 4-4 in the Boomer versus Zoomer stream or whatever it was. Oh, we played MTG Arena so we could hit a land, and we still didn't hit a land. How good do you think Gary Rock would be in Historic? Lots of removal. Steel Leaf Champion could sub in for Goyf. It might be able to work. Wow, they discard Mayhem Devil? What is their hand? If Mayhem Devil is their discard, their hand has to be just loaded with goodies. Alright, there goes Davriel. Untap land, Priest of Forgotten Gods. Trail of Crumbs. Well, draw a card. There's our land. And a Davriel. Trail of Crumbs is an issue. I'm not exactly sure how we get out of this.
The best thing about zombies is their adoring obedience.
Well, take up, make it discard. Discard Davriel. I don't like where we're at. Ollie Hammer, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, we got rid of 2 Mayhem Devils, which means we're not dead yet. We're not in good shape, but Corey Verse, what, if any, sleeper cards do you think will break the format after rotation? Ooh, that's a really good question. Ooh. Boy, so it's so hard to say. I think a huge portion of what will happen will depend on, well, Zendkiar, how broken Zendkiar is, and what they do with Uro. If they if they ban Uro or just leave Uro alive. So I think that really depends on it. I feel like if Uro's still in the format, it's probably going to be Uro.format. If Uro's gone, I would love to live in a format where stuff like, oh boy, Ballista Citadel. I would love to live in a format where, how do we not die? Is it possible? Is there any possible way? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, that's Liliana's triumph. Make your opponent sack a creature. So yeah, I would love to be in a format that was a little more fair, but I don't know. Opponent blows a Citadel down. That's what we needed. Liliana. Kill Woe Strider. Bajuka Bog. Get rid of Woe Strider forever. This was a good turn. Pack Rat. Coming for next turn. Liliana's still around. Okay, things took a turn. Things took a real turn. That's what I'm hoping for. As far as specific sleepers, POTUS, sacks of food, gonna draw a card. I think that, like, the Planeswalkers from Core Set 2021 are actually pretty good and underrated. So, like, Basricat, Chandra, Liliana. I think Liliana, the more I play Liliana, I think Liliana's, like, really good. Alright, yeah. We'll take it. Down to 7. Murderous Rider. Languish. Alright, let's think about this now. So we will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Murderous Rider. Take up Liliana. Discard Rankle. Play a land. Discard Languish. Make a Pack Rat. Hit ya. Down to 15. Is there hope? Is there hope? Is there hope? Vote it. What do you got? What do you got? Main deck Cindervine's interesting. Okay. Oh, that can kill our arena and hit us for 2. Alright. Bone it. Passes. Lets us draw. It's a land. And a land. Well, we will discard a swamp. Draw a card. We will discard a Bajuka Bog. We will kill a priest. Opponent's actually get a food. Well, here come the Pack Rats. The Pack Rat tech paying off. Hit you for 10. Gain back some life. Opponent to 5. And they're going to need a really good draw. Pack Rat coming through. Yeah, Pack Rat's actually being really good here. Yeah, New Liliana is really good. And doesn't get any credit, but it is a very strong card. Yeah, Pack Rat's still doing Pack Ratty things. Pota hits us to 8. They need a Wrath, though, or something. Draws for the turn, plays the land. Desperation Castle Lockwade. What do they have? Down to 6. It is nothing. Scoops it up. And we're just Tinybonesing people into oblivion. It's working. It's working. It's working. Maybe Tinybones is, like, really good in this format. Am I playing Minion Vampire? I am not. Uro is the problem of, like... What do you think about this idea? We talked about it in the podcast. What do you think about this idea for Standard? Wizards seems hesitant to ban anything now. What if Wizards said, here's how we're going to handle... Here's how we're going to handle Standard. We're not going to ban anything now. rotation is coming up. When rotation happens, not only are the sets that we're going to rotate, but we're also going to rotate or ban a handful of the cards that are dominating the format to make sure that, we kind of get a fresh start. So I would be thinking of like Uro would be the biggest one. Uro would be a card that I think would probably be healthy if it was bad. It wiggles! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. So that's one. Otherwise, like Shark Typhoon, hopefully that would be okay. Ugin's a little scary. Maybe. I think Uro would be the big one. Cat and Oven's another concern. Like, if everything is powered down, is it just going to be Cat Ovens? I mean, maybe, what if you just rotate Eldraine? Plus Uro. Throw Eldraine into the mix, rotate it early, and Uro. Tinybones doesn't count as jank? Well, we'll switch it up. If you're tired of Tinybones, we will switch it up and play a different deck for the second half of the stream. Trim, and trim. Anything else? Rankle doesn't seem good in this matchup. Let's gift it Etherborn. Boom. Right like that. How about when rotation happens, literally everything just rotates to standard until he's Zendkiar? I think it would be kind of funny. Just rotate it all, start over. Make it to play Risen Reef Zendkiar Roil deck. That sounds like a fun combo. It's not infinite, right? It's like pseudo-infinite. Where if you keep running well, it's like can go through your entire deck. Language was my favorite back in the day. Yeah, Language is actually a pretty good sweeper. Necromentia, Rat Colony. The problem is Necromentia only gives you zombies for the cards that are in hand. So you wouldn't actually be able to get like a ton of zombies from stealing them all from your deck. Historic Dredge babies. I feel like Dredge and Historic could actually be a deck. Narcomoeba. That looks fun. I had a game. I don't know if I'm going to use this deck or not, but I've been messing around with charge up Ratchet Bomb. I've been messing around. There's this like Crabvine deck. Have any of you seen Crabvine in? Have any of you seen the Crabvine deck in Modern? I was messing around with the Crabvine deck, trying to figure out if I would use it for a video or anything. And the first game I played with it, I kept a hand I probably shouldn't have kept. I managed to build two Narcomoebas, and then I got Blood Moon. It was against like Blue Moon. I got Blood Moon. I couldn't do anything, and I literally attacked with 2 Narcomoebas for 10 turns, and it worked. The least likely win I think that I have maybe ever had in Modern. Like 2 Narcomoebas attacking for 10 turns should not ever possibly work. Dalio, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Well, I guess we keep killing Mayhem Devils. I'm really tempted to like kill the cat and Bajuka Bog, but I think we'll keep waiting. Yeah, we'll keep waiting. Pass the dirt. Do you think they'll do VIP style boosters on Arena with special cosmetics or something in the future? Seems like a decent possibility. Wizard seems to like that style. Opponent gets in, hits us. Sure. We untap. Ooh. Languish. Bajuk. Man, we are just picking this deck apart. Opponent mills themselves. Bajukabog, yeah. Main deck Bajukabog's been really good. Your go, opponent. Whoo, Mr. Finkles, welcome. Oh, Trail of Crumbs. That's a good one for our opponent. Mr. Finkles, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Hey, what's up, Ice? Happy Thursday to you. Yeah, Bajukabog's been sweet. Liliana. Start the discarding. Maybe we should take up... We might take up this Ratchet Bomb. Castle Aquaman would be good. Opponent. Sex Food draws a card. Yeah, I think we're going to take up to kill the Trail, especially with 2 of them being exiled. That does not leave many left for our opponent to draw. Hey, what's up, King of Jacob, TG? Have you considered running War Ashiok here? Ooh, Clothis. All right. Well, charge counter on Ratchet Bomb. Ooh, I like it. I like it. Murderous Rider. Swamp. Awkward looking Liliana's Triumph just to make our opponent discard. Oh, the value of it. Whoa. Holy gift subs. Take up Liliana. Make a discard. Crack the Ratchet Bomb. Get rid of Trail of Crumbs. And this is utter Tinybones domination. All we need is a Tinybones. Good Lord, the gift subs. The biggest amount of gift subs we had in a long time. King of Jank coming in with 20 gift subs. Mr. Fahrenheit, Reggae Wizards, JP. I don't know if I can get all these names. Too many names to name. Go attacking. Hit you with Liliana. Down to 17. Pass the turn. Horse name car. Engel. Bebo the Fisher, Splatterboy, X-Piper, Mark, Monkey Great, Doc Malicious, James Bolas, how are you tonight? 3, Desmo, Parabis, Filbert Justice, Iron Dan the Best, Launch, Joey the Wall, Historic, welcome y'all to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for all the gift subs from King of Jake, MTG, definitely appreciate it. Also, hello, Kib. Crib, good to see you, I'll play Gifted Etherboard. Take up Liliana. Actually, no. Oh, we can ultimate Liliana? That's cute. Wait. I guess we should count real quick. Oh, yeah, there's plenty. All right. Yeah, I think the safe thing to do is kill Mayhem Devil. Kill Mayhem Devil. Go attacking. Down to 15. Utter Tinybones domination, which is oven. Certainly, that's fine. Opponent passes. Eliminate. Yeah, take it up. Discard. Hit ya. Down to 12, hit ya, down to 8, back up to 21, opponent draws, and this one looks over. Mayhem Devil again, Liliana don't care, opponent passes, we play the land, Liliana, take it down at Mayhem Devil, opponent sacks it, gets some food, trying to stay alive, desperately, Liliana, too good. What guild do you think deserves its own fair deck in Modern? We have Boros Burn, Gruul Panza, but no Celestia deck or Demir deck. I mean, any more... Grim. Hey, Grim. I was after that Commander Clash game today, Grim. I'm holding a grudge. I need an abacus. Chat, what can I get that's... Man, we're crushing people with Tinybones. What can I get that's like an abacus for keeping track of when people wrong me in Commander Clash, but is not an abacus because Tomer already owns, well, used to own, I guess he somehow lost the abacus. What can I have to track a calculator? The hypergeometric calculator. What are the odds that Richard screws me over this game? Tell me, hypergeometric calculator. Are we 4-0? Maybe we are 4-0. All right, chat. So, what do you think? Would you like to keep Tinybonesing because we're crushing people, or do you want to try? Something else? Beads in a bowl. I like that. I mean, I've been enjoying Tinybones. Oh, the Wizards deck. All right, we will switch. Got to go for the 5-0. We will play multiple decks, but let's not give up on Tinybones yet. If we lose or if we get to 5-0, we will switch. So that means at the most 2 more matches, or if we lose this match, then we'll just call it with a 3-1. But then we'll have to decide what deck to play next. Yeah, I built a Grixis version too, Krim, and it made me think of you when I was building it. Risen Reef Roil combo. We'd have to build it, but we could, if that's what y'all want to do. I'm down for trying to build Risen Reef Roil combo on stream. Ooh, control. All right, buckle up. It might be a long one. Opponent plays a land. Well, all right. Tinybones. Build it. How to forgive someone who has wronged you. All right, opponent, cycle Shark Typhoon for minimal value. And that counts as discarding a card. Opponent to fairies. Sure. Bounces Tinybones. Play a land. Phyrexian Arena. Bazadurd. Grixis would probably be better in this matchup, I would. Alright. Are we playing against you, Krim? This feels like something you'd be doing. Now play a land, play Tinybones. Play Bugler Rat, make you discard, draw a card. Ooh, Waste Not. Oh, I love Waste Not. A Reanimator deck with Unburial Rights? I don't think we've played an Unburial Rights deck. That would be a good one to build and play. Go to combat. Hit. Narset hit. Teferi.
I won't let you
Fury
win.
will only lead you astray.
Waste Not. Opponent counters. Well, make a discard. Get a treasure. Oh my god, so many Planeswalkers! Ooh! Yeah, I want to build a deck around the Sphinx too. Oh my goodness, that is the most Teferis I've ever seen.
I'm known for that.
Send an email about Vegvite. Here's the cheapest list I could come up with. Ooh, let me see, Iron Dad. Yeah, I know I still have some recent deck list emails to get to at some point. Opponent untap some lands. Go to combat. Kill Narset.
I won't forget our time together.
Phyrexian Arena. Opponent has more counters. Phyrexian Arena. Pass the turn. So many Teferis, though. Oh my god, no! No! I blame you, Krim. I blame you, 100%. Opponent untaps their lands. I'll play a Liliana. Opponent, forgot about treasures.
Ruining your day is
Tig up,
wonderful.
Liliana.
Great.
Discard a Pack Rat.
You think too much.
Attack to Fairy.
Time for plan B.
Bajukabog our opponent.
It's only a matter of time.
Alright, Tinybones coming for you. Opponent's drawing lots of extra cards, though. We get to draw an extra card past the turn. Necrata, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Opponent, drawing cards, as Teferis are known to do. Takes up Teferi. Chemist's Insight draws a couple cards. Plays a land. To the bottom. Untaps some lands. Go to combat. Attack big Teferi.
I won't let you win.
Liliana. Discard a land.
Sorry.
Davriel. Opponent Chemister's Insights.
Make this quick. I'm bored.
Please no planeswalkers. Okay, just a planes. Draws a card. Hits ya. Down to 18. Elspeth Conqueror's Death goes away. Are we going to actually take down Teferi Tribal? Well, thank you for the cheer, King of Jake. I've been having fun at Historic with Red-Black Rogues. Thieves Guild Enforcer is much better than I thought it would be. That actually sounds super sweet. Well, we will, Davriel you?
Let me pick your brain for a minute.
Liliana you? Go to combat.
Care about your plans.
Opponent has instant speed chatter, this guy. Well, Tinybones. Draw a card. Pass the turn. Hit ya. Oh, the battle's on. The battle's on. Opponent. Teferi. Draws a card.
Quickly.
What do they find? Bounces Tinybones to draw a card. Well, we will draw a card.
Let's try this.
Down to 11. Scryland. Can we find a Murderous Rider or something to get rid of this Teferi? Opponent. Untaps. Well. Emblem Liliana. Play Castle Lockwain. Actually, let's go to combat. Get back Bugler Rat. Make you discard. An opponent! Done! Teferi's can't beat us! 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 Archburglar Lord! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Can you help me choose my next commander? Rona or Sidri? Ooh. Ooh, those are both really good ones. I would probably go, I think Rona's really cool. I would probably go Rona. But I think they're both really good. We beat Teferis! We beat 1,000,000 Teferis! I've made it a couple times. I don't know if it's one of those things that gets old when you do it every time. So, Krim, as our resident Teferi expert, what do you think about Necromentia? Are you scared of people bringing in Necromentia? Would you be, if you were playing this deck, would you be scared of Necromentia coming in to exile your Teferis? Or are you just, like, fine with that and don't care? I got a new product idea. How about you set up a Goldfish Discord? I'm sure Tanos and I could set it up. Iron Dan the Best. There is a Goldfish Discord. Mod Zelda Zach has actually done a lot to make updates to it and so forth. Ratchet Bomb? Yeah, I guess we can ratchet away. Liliana's Triumph doesn't seem that great. All right, let's try it like that. Yeah, so we have one. No, you're good, Iron Dad. I know what on my to-do list is to hang out in the Discord more. I haven't been able to spend as much time there as I would like to, but hopefully. Well, all right, Bajuka Bog. This sounds okay. Pack rat. Gill. A swamp would be nice. Janice, welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much. Aww. Thank you so much for your just subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bugler rat. Discard that to fairy. Discards a veto. Sure. About it. Castlevandress. I'll go to combat. Attack you. Hit ya. Yeah. Heartless Pillage. Wow, Cycle Shark Typhoon. That's not bad. Get that 2-for-1. Get that treasure. Oh, if we beat this deck. Yeah, opponent also missed a land drop. Opponent finds a land. Discarded Narset and Dream Trawler. Okay. We're going to need more Bajuka Bogs at some point. Hey, Seth, because you're responsible for a lot of Goldfish content, do you ever have time for a holiday or just to take some time off? Okay, opponent bounces the rat. Interesting. Play the rat. Make our opponent discard. Eliminate the Teferi. Pass the turn. I think I'm gonna take a vacation this month. Hopefully, I get to take a vacation once in a while, but it's about that time to take another vacation. So soon, I think. I'm going to combat. Attack Teferi. Actually, attack our opponent. Kill that Teferi. Out of here. Opponent on taps. A little worried about Dream Trawler. Chemist's Insight to draw cards. Also wouldn't mind drawing lands. Ooh, there's a land. All right, play a land. Play Phyrexian Arena. Get in with Bugler Rat. Hit ya. Opponent. Land. No, no, not Dream Trawler, opponent. Not Dream Trawler. Okay, there's a Dream Trawler. I get to draw a card. We took out our Edicts, too. Maybe we should have left them in just because of Dream Trawler. Opponent with the mocking early good game. They will Murderous Rider. Opponent discards. Yeah. Opponent. Another Teferi.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Bounces our Arena. Okay. Okay, well, this does mean we get to get rid of the Dream Trawler. It's painful, but it works. Scries to the top. Yeah, Wrangle. Hit our opponent. Each player discards a card. Each player sacks a creature. Ugh. Discard an Arena. If only we hit lands. Opponent. See a Dream Trawler. Discards a Teferi. Untaps. I'm sure there's more Teferis coming. Opponent. Chemist's Insight. Draws a couple cards. Plays a land. Not a land. Ugh, we cannot find a land to save our life. Tinybones? Ratchet Bomb? All right, there's the veto. Only one card in hand. Opponent untaps. Casts a Shark Typhoon. Okay. That will be an issue. Takes up to Fairy. Plays a land. Well, now we draw a land. Play a land. Go to combat. Hit to Fairy.
Stop that. Now.
Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. We're so far behind on lands. Phyrexian Arena. Pass the turn. We can't even activate our Tinybones. Boat it. Chemist's Insight. Huge Shark. Tap land to the bottom. Takes up to Fairy.
I've got time.
We do get to draw a card. And a card. Oh, is it going to be close? MD! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Castle Lockwade. Davriel. Opponent casts Chemist's Insight to draw a couple cards. And make another huge shark.
The mask is scary.
I'll make you discard.
Age of a thought.
Murder a shark. I don't know if we beat the Shark Typhoon, though. It's so little, so late. Opponent down to 14.
What a whiner.
Wow. Main phase scries to the bottom. Bounces Arena to Fairy down, draws a card. Plays a land. Scries to the top. Hits Davriel.
Back to the shadows.
I'll go to combat. Attack our opponent. Hit him. Down to 12. Liliana.
Every death is an opportunity to
An opponent scoops it up! Scoops it up! Taking down to Fairy Tribal! Rare Pelican! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Makes you cheer for you. Maybe this deck's good. Maybe this deck's just like actually legitimately good. Who would have thought? Who would have thought we'd just be absolutely stomping all over Teferi? And we're 4-0. I promise we'll switch, but now we got to go for the 5-0. We got to feed the kids. We got to try. We need to talk. I will coach you on how to BM. All right, Grim. I will be awaiting your coaching. Before we get to the next round, a quick reminder that the sponsor of our stream tonight, and the sponsor of us smashing those Teferis, Card Kingdom. And if you need some Magic cards, including some Double Masters card pre-orders, you get them at cardkingdom.com. So thank you to Card Kingdom for supporting the stream. Yeah, we've been at Mythic for a minute now, couple of weeks ish, a week and a half. It feels really good when someone GG's early. And we took out our edicts, and we found a way to beat the Dream Trawler, and we made him discard, and Tinybones got him to scoop. That feels spectacular. You need to crack some chests today. It's crazy value. Ooh. What is adding the value? I know, I really need Muxus. Muxus is almost impossible to find. I want to do Legacy Goblins to see how good. Oh, we're playing something different. To see how good Muxus really is. But I have not been able to find Muxus. Muxus like doesn't exist. Oh, we played our Bajuka Bog. Ugh. Oh. Okay. Well then. Look out, something's happening. That's a Lich's Mastery. I am excited to try Double Masters Draft. I am. Oh, we need lands. We need lands to play Lilianas. Pass the turn. Revitalize. Oh, we should be able to own this matchup, but we're going to need to hit our land so we can cast things. Gosh darn it. Oh. Oh, we're giving our opponent way too... We're done. We are in trouble. We're just giving our opponent infinity to slowly make land drops and cast a Lich's Mastery, and then they win. Mirari, or do this. This also works. Mirari's Conjecture. Gonna get back get back Discovery Dispersal. Well, alright. Davriel. Make you discard. Oh. I think this should be an insanely good matchup, but it's not going to come together this time. Land, untapped, Lich's Mastery, and I'm not sure how we get out of this. Make you discard. Heartless Pillage, make you discard. Hit ya. Oh, Davriel! Davriel! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Davriel, good! Good Davriel, good Davriel. Wait! That might be working! Opponent sacks 2 lands! Uh-oh! Uh-oh, opponent! Edo, welcome to the Fishbowl, but now they get to revitalize and draw 20. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Oh, they don't have revitalize. Maybe they don't. We'll see. We'll see. About it. Explores. Draws 2 cards. Boy, not hitting lands is making this very, very difficult. Like, if we just hit a land, we just, like, win. We hit him with the Rankle, and it's just so insane. But not hitting these lands is making this very, very much harder than it should be. About it. Lich's Mastery is very much like a very against the odds card in Historic. Well, Rankle. And opponent scoops it up. Whoo! The Rankster coming through, and the 5-0 is almost here. All right, Duressid. I mean, I kind of wouldn't mind seeing our opponent's deck go off air. Oh. Okay, never mind. I want to get him with Libation. Oh, that would be the sweetest. I do not know if our opponent took that into account in building their deck. Oh, that would be so good. I just want to wait until they cast it and then get him. When's 9 lives against the odds coming? Oh, we need to play 9 lives still. I was trying. I guess we should have brought it in. 6 is a lot, but it could get there. Our opponent stack didn't look that fast last game. Yeah, this should be a good matchup. So with 9 lives in Standard, I'm not really sure what to do with it. I've seen one incredibly janky combo that's like 6 or 7 pieces. You have to like roll reversal and use roll reversal to give your opponent 9 lives. But since your opponent probably doesn't have an enchantment, you also have to like use one with the stars to turn a creature that they have into an enchantment and then donate it to your opponent and then have a bounce spell. So that's the one like combo I've seen. I was thinking they were just gonna ban Proliferate is the opposite of what you want, right? I don't think you want to... If you control 9 lives, I don't think you want to proliferate it. Yeah, once it comes to Solemnity, once Solemnity comes, I will be all over it. And also, my main plan was just to wait for them to ban Inverter. Like, the fact that Inverter is the most played deck in Pioneer makes it so hard to play the deck in Pioneer because Inverter doesn't care about it. Like, Inverter just straight up does not care about the lock. It wins without damage. So if it... Oh, yes. Oh, punished. Punish. Sorry, opponent. The punishment will continue. At least you got to gain some life. Are you playing basics? Alright, they got a basic. Opponent passes. Well... Let's Kazalakwane, Davriel. Start the discarding.
I'll have to order 20.
This feels like a ridiculously tough matchup for what our opponent's trying to do. Alright, Chemister's Insight's good.
Think you'll be needing that.
Just play Vicar of Fate, Seth. The amount of wins against Inverter that card steals is many. Ooh, that actually sounds hilarious. About it, Mirari Conjectures. Well, make you discard.
Let me pick your brain for a minute.
Field of Ruin, Liliana. Discard.
Address me as Queen of the Dead, please. We're doing things
About it.
my way.
Land. Carnage Tyrant. Well, we did take out our answers for that, unfortunately. Huh. Huh. Okay. That is an issue. Well, we will blow up a Black Source. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant's gonna be a problem. Opponent still has a land. Take up Liliana. Discard a Swamp. Bajuka Bog. Nuke your graveyard. Phyrexian Arena. But can we beat a Carnage Tyrant? I don't know if the answer is yes. I'm thinking it might be no. We even took out Rankles? Opponent. Going face. No fear. Yeah. Land. We draw lands. And more lands. I'll take up Liliana. Discard a land.
Sorry for your loss.
Devriel ourselves. Discard a land. Devriel. Kazalakwane. Oh, hit ya!
Loneliness can hurt.
No, we didn't see any creatures, so we did not keep the edicts. I don't think we have anything that gets out from this. I think we just got janked out by the sideboard plan. We've also drawn an insane number of... Oh! Just kidding. That's the Ragster. The Ragster comes through. Make it... Oh, my goodness. At the last moment. Pack Rat. Wow. Ultimate Liliana. Actually, do we even have creatures? Wow, that was a draw. That was a draw. Rankle. Go to combat. Hit you. Each player will sack a creature. We will sack Pack Rat. We will Bajuka Bog ya, just in case you're thinking about getting that back. We will take up Liliana. Oh, it almost got us, and I feel the 5-0 coming on. Opponent. It's just a land. We are getting close to dead. But Liliana. Go to combat. Get back Pack Rat.
I bet you've never seen
Discard a card. Discard a card. Will it be enough? Hit ya. Oh! If we draw, we can potentially win right now. But if they draw something, it's too risky. It's too risky. We're not going to do it. We could potentially win with the Davriel because their opponent's going to 1, but they have like revitalizes and stuff. And if they revitalize, we just lose. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Lightning Bolt? If they just have a bird spell, we're dead. There's things that just kill us. I mean, we could have won, but we also could have lost. Because our opponent has instant speed life gain like Revitalize. So, okay, opponent shatters the sky. We go to 1. but we get there. Wow. Well, we didn't get the sweetest win, but we did get the win. And that's 5-0. That's the 5-0 dream with the Rankster. Rankle's pretty sweet. Rankle's definitely, not Rankle. Tinybones. Rankle was sweet that game. Rankle did saved our bacon. Woo! It's exclamation point deck will get you the deck. Hey, what's up, Donos? How are you? More gift subs from King of James Sogos, Ever Panda, Subseeds, S Corbett, and Backseat Driver. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So, chat, we went 5-0. The question is, what do you want to play? What do you want to play for the second part of the stream? The options that we have. So, someone suggested building Green Mellis, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you. Just keep going. Go until we lose. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Hey, what's up, awesome dude? Yeah, the deck was super sweet. How are you? Good to see you. Blue Archer, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sadly, there's no chess on here. That's one of the things I dislike about Arena is they don't have chess. So options. Someone said you should build Risen Reef and Zendkiar Roil combo. So that was one suggestion. Other options, we do have the Grixis Tinybone deck, which I can't imagine that it's better than the one we just played, because the one we just played crushed it. But it's got some things and stuff going on. Got some different planeswalkers, got some Nickabee, so that's a possibility. We also have Sultai Citadel, which deck is really sweet when it goes off. This is I don't know how good this deck is, but the combos are really sweet, and you can play a lot of your deck in one turn with Vivian and Bolas' Citadel and all the extra land drops. So that's a sweet one. Yeah, we got some Zurzoth. Wizards. Where are you seeing Wizards? Oh, this was an attempt at Wizards, but it's very rough, and I don't think it's ready to really be played yet. But I think Wizards is a tribe that could work in Historic. And you get the Dual Caster Mage combos now. Risen Reef Roil combo. You want to try to build the Risen Reef Roil combo and see if we'd win with it? A lot of people are suggesting. All right, so I don't have a deck list for this. I think that Ether Vial is a card that could come to Historic. I don't know about anytime soon. Everyone wants the Roil combo. All right. Well, I don't have a deck list, so I guess we're building it. So the idea of this deck, Risen Reef, Zendkiar, Roil. So the idea is, we gotta go Historic. So the idea is, Zendkiar Roil, when a land comes into play, it makes an elemental. Risen Reef, when an elemental comes into play, it draws your card. If it's a land, you get to put it into play. So the idea is, we stack up some number of Risen Reefs, along with some number of Zendkiar Roils, and if things click right and we draw well or have enough copies, we essentially get to just go through our entire deck and draw our entire deck. The question is, what's the best way to support it? Yarok could be fun. You could go Sultai and go Yarok. That would double up the Risen Reef triggers. You do need a way to win the game after drawing your deck. Thassa's Oracle. Oracle makes sense. Jace would also be fine. You do need some way to win the game. Spark Double? Alright, we can try a Spark Double or two. How do we not die? I guess that's the other thing you could do is try to actually attack with the dorks. Cavalier of Thorns. Are you sending me a deck list, Gabe Maurice? I mean, you could win with elementals, too. If you, the problem is you have to draw your deck, right? Like, there's a chance you literally have to draw your entire deck. And then having a way to win immediately makes sense. Well, no, you won't. Okay. All right. I mean, we can try to win with the tokens then and forget about the Jays. Omnath could be sweet. Like, you could just play straight up elementals. Yeah, Young Pyromancer is cool, but I feel like you need spells. So I think that will depend on us having enough spells to actually trigger it. Young Pyromancer is definitely sweet though if we have a bunch of spells. Got to go with Hoof. Oh boy. Maybe this deck is harder to build. So how do we find our pieces? Like, I guess just mass card draw from elementals makes sense. Like, that's probably an easy way. Do we want to be Teamer Elementals? Do we want to be playing Yaroks? Grow Spiral and Explore. So, well, if we're going Grow Spiral and Explore, then I guess we could play Young Pyromancer. If we're going to go into red. Young Pyromancer and Omnath. Yarok, go full on 4 colors. All right. I mean, if you're gonna go, you might as well go deep, I guess. How do we not die to the top decks in the format? And what do we play at the beginning of our curve? I mean, that would be the other question. Would we rather just be straight up Sultai? We could be straight up Sultai. And not play Young Pyromancer and so forth. Ugin. I don't know if I want to do Ugin again. Leafkin's fine. I wish it added mana of any color, but it's fine. We can play Leafkin. That's still not a lot of spells for Young Pyromancer. I feel like Young Pyromancer just might not be good. Like, I feel like maybe we don't go Young Pyromancer. We just don't have enough spells. What are the best elementals that we can play that are somewhat reasonable? Maybe we're better off just being straight up Sultai. It seems possible that would be better. Yarion? Could go Yarion. It does make us less likely to find our combo pieces. Cavaliers. Yeah, the elementals in Historic are not that great, honestly. Oh, we already have so many 5-drops. Actually, maybe instead of going elementals, maybe we focus more on like the Yarok plan. Like, if we're gonna play Yarok, we could just focus more on the Yarok aspect and less on the elemental aspect, even though they're like kind of somewhat connected. We have Wall of Blossoms now, which is another good one. We actually have a lot of walls. The wall plan is kind of interesting. I mean, we could play 1 Jace if we want to as a safety valve. How do we not... Uro? I don't know if I want to Uro. People don't like Uro. Hey, what's up, Tetsu? How are you? So maybe we just go... I mean, I'm never a hard person to sell on going the Yarok plan. Rejuvenators. I mean, something like that. Neoform? Yeah, Neoform, I like that. That can get our Risen Reef. Couple of Neoforms. Couple of Barons. Probably 1 Spark Double. And then we draw into 25 lands? Omnath, even though it's red? What Triome? What Triome do we... So we can play Katira Triome to add the red? So I guess we can play Omnath and just trust that we're going to get it eventually, even though we're mostly Sultai, off of the Triome. Something like that. I don't know about Oracle. I think we mostly want things that enter the battlefield and do something, since we're playing the Yarok plan. I think something along these lines. And then we just need... I'm open to any other suggestions. Thassa would be fine in the deck. So Watery Grave, Breeding... Let's fix the mana, and then we can make any other tune-ups. Watery Grave, Breeding Pool, Blue-Green, Black-Green, so we need Overgrown... Tomb. Sometime we got to build the wall deck. Overgrown Battlement's powerful, and we got Wall of Blossoms. We got to try to build a wall, just a wall combo deck in this format. We already got the red Triome, and we have the Buddy lands or the check lands. So I don't think we need more than 4 Triomes. Hinterland Harbor. Blue-green's like the base color. Drowned Catacombs. Maybe we just go Woodland Cemetery, actually. Woodland Cemetery. Forest... Island, Swamp. Probably gonna have some hard time casting this Omnath. Sideboard, Ether Gust, times 1,000,000. All right, let me put the sideboard together, and then we'll go over it one last time and see if we want to change anything. So Ether Gust, Grafdigger's Cage. Languish. The Mortal Sun. Assassin's Trophy. And Duresses? Something like that? Something like that. All right, so Omnath does more than Yarok. Yeah, maybe we're heavy on the black sources. We have a lot in our sideboard, though, so we'd have to change up the sideboard. So I think we're like base blue and green. Blue, green, blue, green, blue, green. Black, blue. Yeah, we can probably trim down on... We can probably trim down. Maybe we can play... Maybe we can make Fabled Passage work. Fabled Passage and squeeze in a mountain? 5 basics, 4 Fabled Passages is not great. Maybe something like that. You need Mass Haste. Is there actually, I mean, like Kenrith? There isn't a ton of good options for giving Mass Haste. There's Kenrith. Apparently, the ultimate of Planeswalker deck, Rowan. Garna. But how are we going to get the Mass Haste on the battlefield? There's an elemental... There's an elemental that gives haste? Oh, Cavalier Flame? We don't have anywhere near the red mana to cast Cavalier Flame. Chroma's Memorial does do it. Like, do you think Mass Haste is actually... Do you think Mass Haste is actually that good? that feels like... I mean, we can go that direction. We can just go Teamer if you want. I wonder, like... I'm wondering how this actually... Well, if we're doing this, then I guess we're, like, rebuilding the deck. Because a lot of the non-elementals are not something that we're going to play. If we're not playing Yarok, then Baron, Rejuvenator, Wall of Blossoms all gotta go. I don't think we need Mass Haste either. I think let's just try the build we have. So here's the thing I'm envisioning with the Mass Haste issue. Like, so with Mass Haste, the problem is we would have to have Cavalier on the battlefield. Remember the combo, like if the combo works out, we're not going to necessarily have extra mana. We're like, our lands enter the battlefield tapped with Risen Reef. So it's not like we have a ton of mana to cast a 5-mana card and activate it or something. We have no explorers. We have creatures instead. Let's give it a try. Our deck, this build of the deck, because it has Yarok, wants a lot of creatures that do things rather than spells that do things. Neo farming does seem sweet. We could play Field of the Dead, but I feel like Field of the Dead is like kind of cheaty. Like I feel like if we play Field of the Dead, we'll just end up winning or losing with Field of the Dead rather than winning or losing with the combo. Because I think our main goal is to pull off this combo more so than win. I think if our main goal was to like win, then we'd play Field of the Dead and we probably wouldn't play the combo. But I think our main goal is to try to actually pull off the combo. Yeah, maybe Thassa's Oracle is just better than Jace. It is cheaper. MTG Strategist for the second month. Oh dear. Oh, Jeskai, okay. That's better than I thought. I thought we were getting Team Erect immediately. Booted. Play a land. Wall of Blossoms. Draw a card. I got Risen Reefs. Opponent's gonna have a lot of removal, I assume, encounters. Opponent. Piasses. Well, Leafkin Druid. Field of the Dead. What do you think about Field of the Dead in Historic? I kind of think that it should probably just be suspended again. It feels like it's just too easy for any deck to play. Given the exceptionally high value of box toppers, do you think the VIP boosters will have the highest return on investment? Oh boy, really? It is one of these decks? Oh, new. Well, alright, Fable Passage, crack Fable Passage. Island. Jace. Wilderness Reclamation. We don't really have a good answer. Spawn at Veto. Sure. Yorgo. 4-color red getting more common. Just grab Teferi, and you have and your opponent will never be able to interact. So I feel like as far as the boosters, I think that based on the current prices, which I think have to come down a lot, of box toppers, I believe that on average you would come out more buying VIP boosters than buying normal booster packs. But I mean, that's based on Steg is everything that's wrong with Magic. Sure, enjoy your double mana about it. Alright, we'll play Risen Reef. Resolves. Breeding Pool. Risen Reef. Double trigger. I mean, our opponent could... Oh, I think our opponent has a veto with how they played that, but we have the combo. We have double Risen Reef. If by some miracle our Wilderness Wreck opponent with double mana and a million counters and instant speed Wrath is not doing anything, we're not that far away from comboing off. Wilderness Reclamation. Alright, go ahead, double mana opponent. Opponent. Oh yeah, I mean... opponent gets a land. Zombie. One card in hand, hits us. Bonnet. Figuring out what they're doing with their infinite manas. Actually, deck's actually doing fair things and dies to aggro. Can I win versus aggro? Cannot pressure, control, and combo decks. That is a unique take. I have not heard too many Teamer Wreck is actually a fair deck takes. I respect your opinion. I may vehemently disagree with it, but I respect it. Unfortunately, so the problem is, and here we can see like the little like kinda cute-ish little thing. So the thing is, for this combo to really work, we need like several to many copies of each combo piece. So it's not really a 2-card combo. It's kind of like a 4 to 5 card combo. Oh, this deck? Oh, yeah. Oh, this deck will lose to aggro and this deck will lose to pretty much everything. So, yeah, that's kind of the issue. You actually need, like, many Risen Reefs and Zendkiar Royals for it to work. So, keep that in mind if you decide to play it. It's not quite like Risen Reef, Zendkiar Royal win. It's like 2 or 3 Risen Reefs and or Zendkiar Royals and a land drop. And then you probably have a chance to win. Yeah, this matchup is really not good for us. Alright. I mean, I don't think there's any chance we beat this deck. No, I want to pull off the combo. I just don't feel like there's much of a chance that we'll be able to do it on this one. Oh, I thought the comment was about Teamer Wreck. Teamer Wreck, cool. No, I think if I realized it was talking about this deck, I think the opinion was actually, well, yeah, both the combo pieces. I think the opinion was actually pretty right about our deck, that we lose to both aggro and control. But this is like a very against the odds deck. This isn't a deck where we're not planning on going 5-0. We're not really planning on going 4-1 or 3-2. We're planning on getting someone eventually, and it's going to be really sweet when it happens. So that's kind of the baseline for this deck. Hopefully, we get to pull off a combo and it's really sweet, more so than posting a winning record or ranking up. The duresses should be somewhat helpful. No, get a swamp. Gonna need several to many more lands. Alright, there's Wilderness Wreck. Play land past the turn. I wish I could play for fun Reclamation decks without Team Reclamation being a thing. Yeah, I mean, hopefully Wizard... Wow. Alright, the luck of the wreck. Hopefully Wizards just does some bannings and suspendings. It'll be interesting. They have the Historic Mythic Invitational coming up not super long in the future. All right, opponent finds a growth spiral. And it'll be interesting. Hey, what's up, Dogamyth? How are you? It'll be interesting to see if Wizards makes any changes before that happens. Well, growth spiral. Put a land into play. That Ether Gust hits pretty much everything. Well, Yarok. Tinybones crushed it. We went 5-0. It was super good. Azurid, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now we are attempting to pull off a really janky combo for part 2. There's no reason Wilderness Strike should be legal. Possible balance. They keep banning all the cards around it instead of banning it. Yeah, that is that is an interesting technique. They're like, yeah, like if we get rid of all the finishers, then it'll be fair. But I don't think that's actually how cards like this work. Well, there's the Zendkiar Roil. So we need like what? At least one more Risen Reef or Zendkiar Roil and a land to have a shot at it. The mana base in our opponents. The mana, you can get away with anything if you have double the mana. Well, play Risen Reef. Fable Passage is a good land because it's 2 lands. So we can do a little bit of, well, assuming this resolves. All right, opponent. Dogamyth, handing out the gift subs to Swift Strike, Winzo, and Salmon Rush. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big cheap cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. About it, digging up their blast zone. Plays a land, makes a zombie for free. We go to 8. Opponent passes. We draw Risen Reef. We play Risen Reef. Growth spirals. Well, we get a land. So that triggers Zendkiar Roil. So we need to hit like a... All right, we draw Omnath. Fable Passage. Elemental. Crag Fabled Passage. Forest. Come on, another Risen Reef. Another Risen Reef. Yarok. Oh. Oh, if we somehow got one more turn. All right. Well, past the turn. But the blast zone. All right. Vote it. Oh, no! Well. Assassin's Trophy of Shark. If we get to untap, there's a chance we actually pull off the combo. We need our opponent to fizzle on one draw step. One draw step. Please, Magic Gods. Not a red source. Not a wilderness wreck. Not a removal spell. Hits us. And Wilderness Wreck number 3. Alright. Oh, I hate that deck. I really hate that deck. Oh, nothing makes me saltier than Wilderness Wreck right now. I just really strongly dislike everything about the deck. And it's made worse by Wizards' handling of them. By popular demand, we're trying to pull off this super janky Zendkiar Roil, several copies of Risen Reef combo. The idea is Zendkiar Roil when a land comes into play, you get a 2/2 elemental. This might be a matchup where we actually have a shot. This is the kind of matchup I think we're more looking for. All right. I'm feeling better about this one. This is kind of where we want to be. We got the Roil, we got the Yarok. Opponents gaining life, they don't play much removal. There's hope. There's hope for the combo. It would be easier to just see it if we get to pull it off. Risen Reef, trigger. We will take the land. We will play Watery Grave. Pass the turn. So next turn, Zendkiar Roil, next turn, Yarok. Hope for the best. Angel Vitality, sure. Opponent's getting in, hitting us. Yeah. We'll take it. No blocks. Down to 16. Hinterland Harbor. Zendkiar Roil. Okay, we can make a blocker instant speed. Next turn with Yarok. It might be happening, chat. It might be happening. Pound it. Yeah, we have a bunch of ramp in this deck. Soulward, sure. I think it might happen. I think this might be it. I mean, the idea is you go through your entire deck. We'll see. It's going to be a little awkward against 2 Soul Wardens. At least one only triggers on our opponent's creatures. Pound it. Big attack flip. So we will crack this. So what happens is we get the forest. So this makes an elemental, which triggers Risen Reef, which if we hit a land, makes an elemental, which again triggers. So if we can get enough Risen Reefs going, we can go through our entire deck that way. That is the idea anyway. Yarok should greatly help. The idea of going through our entire deck. We might be able to do it this turn. Well, play Yarok. Double trigger. Each elemental double triggers. I got a good feeling about this. Omnath. Can we go all the way? Land. That's a hit. That makes 2 elementals because we got Yarok. I think Yarok is what you want. That triggers Risen Reef twice. We're going all the way. We're going all the way. Opponent's going to gain a ridiculous amount of life, which isn't great. Uh-huh. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Yeah. Maybe we need Reliquary Tower. Maybe we want 1 Reliquary Tower to put into play, so we don't have to discard our entire hand. Yeah, draw. Sure. Uh-huh. Land. Trigger. Elementals. Double it up. Draw, draw, draw. This is the idea of the combo, though. This is what the combo is trying to do. So you had to make a ton of 2/2s, and then not immediately, but in the future, like next turn, we can potentially win with Jace. Is the hope? If our opponent has a Johnny, we're in all kinds of. We're just dead. Trigger, trigger. Oh, I guess Baron might be able to make us not dead. So lots of... I mean, it's not supposed to... It's not supposed to be against Soul Sisters gaining tons of life. The problem is, remember, all of our lands come into play tapped. So we don't actually... That's why a lot of, like, the cool ideas, like, oh, give everything haste, or oh, do this. Like, we often don't have any mana when we pull off the combo. So it's not easy to play additional things. 22 cards. So we are going through our entire deck. Opponent's going to have an insane amount of life. I guess we could stop at some point if we wanted to. We don't actually get that many creatures out of it. Wow. Are we going to whiff? Not hit a land? Oh, we have so many triggers. We're not going to whiff. I mean, if they have a Johnny, we definitely lose. Actually, So I think we just want to draw our entire deck. And then next turn, cast the Jace and win with Jace. I think that is the best plan. I don't even think Omnath does it because our opponent's at so high of a life total. I guess maybe if Yarok lives. But we might as well go through the rest of our deck because that is the idea. Yarok definitely makes it a lot easier. We only have one Risen Reef and one Zendkiar. Zendkiar's Roil, but having Yarok makes it way easier. Trigger, trigger. Trigger, trigger. We're almost through our deck. We're almost there. Yeah, maybe Thassa. I mean, Thassa's Oracle looks better than Jace right now. I'm not sure how often we have any mana up, or if we do have mana up, if we just have 4 mana up. So I'm not sure how often it makes a difference, but it would right this second. PC Jigali, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we're gonna kill ourselves, aren't we? Well, we drew our deck, but I think we are gonna kill ourselves. Yeah, we definitely kill ourselves. Well, so we got to draw our deck. The combo's funny. But I guess we should have stopped drawing earlier. Wow, Jace was the literal last card in our entire deck. All right, so we actually lose. So we made a bunch of things, but we lose. I mean, we have to draw on our next turn, though. I mean, we have Jace. So I think that's... yeah. I mean, that's part of the jankiness of this combo. I mean, it's definitely cool that you could draw your entire deck. So I think the combo... I'm not actually sure... I'm not actually sure how to make it into something that you can win with consistently. We'll bring in the Languishes, run it like that. Lotus Cobra would be sweet. If you had a way to... Yeah, the combo itself is sweet. We would have won if we had Oracle that game in specific. The problem is mana. Like, that's the issue. All of our lands come into play tap, so Craterhoof, Thassa's Oracle, like, any of that stuff, unless it's on the battlefield beforehand, or we start our combo with, like, with way more mana than we need to combo with. I feel like that is just an issue in general. Maybe you just have to not try to combo until you get to, like, 10 mana. But that makes it so, like... It's hard for me to imagine being able to get to, like, 10 mana and comboing in a format with, like, Elves and Team of Reclamation and so forth. There's ways to untap your lands that cost mana. So for, like, 3 mana, I think you can do it. Which is something. This game, we might be able to just have Jace on the battlefield beforehand, which would make it easier. Well, there's the Roil. Well, we're actually not that far from comboing, so maybe we just, like, take an extra turn off to play the Jace first. All right, there's Banishing Light. Yeah. Well, play Jace.
Are they your
Milia. Play a land. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just pass. All right, next turn we could kind of go for it. There's no Amulet of Vigor. Yeah, I wonder if there's a... All right, opponent, another Banishing Light. I wonder if there is... So we're not going to be able to win with Jace, unfortunately.
There is a lesson to be learned.
So the Flivoflip avatar was, I believe, for being in the beta. So I don't think there's a way to get it now. No, alright. Zendkiar Roil. Risen Reef. And here comes all the life gain. Trigger, dork, life, grow. And alright, pass the turd. Yeah, we gotta find a actual way to win the game. Oh, that seems to be the sticking point. Or one of the sticking points. Opponent, raid your Vios. So like this turn, we're gonna be able to do the same thing, but we don't have a way to win. Oracle has the same issue if you don't have mana though. Like, maybe it might be better than Jace, but you still need mana. You still need to have mana to be able to win. So that is still a drawback to the combo. Well, play Yarok. So a nice thing is it's pretty easy to combo against Soul Sisters. The bad thing is I don't think we have a way to win. So I think, like, we can see the combo again, but then we just gotta scoop up. Trigger, trigger. Like, this game we would have won with Jace, so I'm just not sure. Alright, so maybe we just stop. Stop putting lands into play. Wait until next turn. Maybe we gotta, like, just get a little value and try to win fairly. We had a Jace, but it got hit by Banishing Light. So yeah, I don't know. I'm honestly not sure how much there is a difference between Thassa's Oracle and Jace. Well, we will play Omnath. Kill Soul Warden. Kill Soul Warden. No attacks. Discard, discard, discard. Baron hits creatures or planeswalkers. So we can't actually get back the Jace, unfortunately. It would be sweet. We had Assassin's Trophy at our sideboard. I'm not sure if we have it in our main deck. So I guess our main, or if we sideboard in, I don't remember. So, okay. So I think how we can win here is we can Baron to bounce the Soul Warden, draw our entire deck, and then second Omnath should be lethal. So I think this actually does work. It took us an extra turn, but I think it works. So we get to bounce Soul Warden, bounce Heliod. Opponent gains a bit of life. This should be fine, though. So stuff gets bounced, stuff gets bounced. So I think we're finally gonna actually get the win. We get to play Risen Reef. Start the fun. Million triggers, go through our entire deck, make a ton of tokens, So this is gonna work. This is gonna work. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, we're gonna have to be very careful about this because Omnath does make us draw. Oh no, we're gonna kill ourselves. Oh, we're gonna kill ourselves. Omnath forces us to draw, right? It does. Oh. Oh boy. So maybe Omnath is not good in this deck? Because it's going to make it really hard to not kill ourselves? Like, impossible? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, we need more than that. Oh boy. Grow the dorks, grow the dorks. Well, we can't win if we decline the Risen Reefs yet. And it's not a May. We can decline putting a land into play, but it doesn't stop Risen Reef from triggering. It's not a May like... It's a May, you don't have to make another token with Zendkiar Roil, but it's not May like... You don't put a card in your hand. We have a new donation from... Yeah, we're going to come up short, I think. We have a new donation from... the Holy Turnip God. $3 donation. Hey, Seth, love the stream. A card I would love to see more is Unpredictable Cyclone. I see almost no one playing it. Has been super fun. Yeah, we played that for the first Against the Odds after it came out, and it was super fun. So I would... Oh my god, yeah, we're just gonna die. I would be down with playing some more Cyclone. Thank you so much for the donation, but that's a really good idea, huh? So I mean, the good news is we've seen how the combo can make you draw your deck, which is sweet. The bad news is we just kill ourselves every time, and in this case, yeah, I mean, all right, yeah. That's why we wanted to have the Jace on the battlefield beforehand. Thassa's Oracle wouldn't have won there. Thassa's Oracle wouldn't have made a difference. Neoform is a sorcery. How would we have cast Thassa's Oracle with all the triggers on the stack? You do have to draw. There's no... I think people are confused by... Risen Reef. So Risen Reef, what Risen Reef says is, when it or another elemental comes into play under your control, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you may put it into play, tapped. If you don't, put it into your hand. So there is no may. The may is you may put the land into play, but Risen Reef is going to be -1 card in your library. Omnath also, once you get up to 8 lands, also is the same thing. It just says you draw a card. There's no may. So what you can kind of do is choose to not put lands into play to fizzle the combo, but the point of the deck is to actually pull off the combo. Omnath. So you don't think Omnath is actually... This is your build of the combo. Let me see, Corneas. Fiend Artisan, Leafkin Druid, Thassa's Oracle, Risen Reef, Uro, Tabios, Explorers, Fidalia Devastations, etc., etc. So, okay. I mean, well, we'll try a game or two with your build, Corneas, and see what happens. Before we wrap up the stream. I guess this is one that you've probably been playing in best of one, I guess. I don't see a sideboard, so I assume that it's been being played in best of one. Well, we'll try a game before we wrap up and see if it feels any different. The deck, you deck at the start of the next turn, but that's where you play your Thassa's Oracle. Well, we were decking immediately there. Alright. I mean, we got a Zendkiar Roil. So is it a possible way to untap all your lands and kill your opponent with a bunch of mana? Hey, welcome, Evil Greed. Good to see you, good to see you. Huh. So, I mean, I think Thassa's Oracle, it makes sense, but I feel like it's still not guaranteed. Because you still need 2 mana. And you still need to... You still need 2 mana. And you still need to not draw your entire deck. Oh, alright. So I feel like it's still not a guaranteed way to win the game. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. Although... having a combo with 2 mana, I feel like makes it a lot less practical. Also, like, it was very easy to draw our deck with Yarok. If we're not playing Yaroks in Omnass, I think it's going to be a lot harder to actually do anything with the combo. We saw that in our first games, where you need like a whole bunch of Risen Reefs and Zendkiar Royals to actually go through your entire deck. You can go to 0 cards with Risen Reef and not deck, but you do have to draw a card on your next turn. So you could survive until your next draw step, but if you don't win the game before your next draw step, you do have to draw a card for your turn. So yeah, I assume our opponent will be quick with the scooping, because we just want to see if this combo will work. So if our opponent starts going through some 95% to win combo, which I think they're about to do, then we're just going to scoop, so we can actually try to see how this works before we move on. I mean, it's definitely super sweet that you could draw so many cards. I do love drawing cards, so I like the card draw synergy.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
You can play Samet as a wait, Samet. There's a free Samet.
Me later. Here goes nothing.
Discontinuity would be funny. So I guess you just got to try to combo off with a bunch of
Remember your nightmares.
So you got to try to. Oh, you mean so? I see. So if you can have like Sam out on the battlefield before you combo. All right, we're just going to concede and go on to the next game, because we're getting near the end of the stream, and I want to see if the combo will happen with this deck before the stream runs out. So we're not going to sit through that when we could be trying to combo again. Super happy with my Core 2021 box. Open Liliana, Grim Tutor, and Discontinuity. Ooh, that's sweet. I mean, Samet's like 4 mana, right? So the problem, so that's what we've been talking about. Like, we don't often have a bunch of mana left over when we combo. We've had between, I think we've had 2 and we've had 4. But in theory, it would be nice if you could combo off when you had 0 mana, because that would make the combo a lot faster, to be able to not need to have like 7 mana to start your combo. Just showing how the Zek doing. We crushed it with Tinybones. We went 5-0. This is a deck that is more of an against the odds deck. So we haven't actually won. We've done cool combos a couple times that did not actually lead to winning. But this is gonna be tough if our opponent's just playing all discard encounters. Oh, best of one. Hey, what's up, Neverold? How are you? Well, alright, play a land. Zendkiar Roil. Pass the turn. Charted course for our opponent. Rise of the Dark. Okay, so opponent's trying to reanimate Scholar of the Lost Trove. I see. Plays a land. Secret Keeper. Zendkiar Roil. Play the land. Make some elementals. Next turn we can try to go for it. Do you think this is enough to actually win the game? I'm not sure that it actually is. Oh, drawing Risen Reef. Well, alright. Play Risen Reef, see what happens. So we get 2 elementals. We get a land, so we get to keep going for now. We get a land. Rampaging Milk, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we've hit incredibly well with our running, so there's a chance, since we got lucky enough to hit 4 lands in a row, now there's a chance that we actually do end up winning. Yeah, we've gotten like super lucky. Oh man, we're still getting super. Wow, this is ridiculously lucky. Well, we'll take it. Yeah, the luck continues. I mean, this is a deck that only has, what, like 24 lands or something? So the fact that we've had 12 in a row is... Ugh. I don't usually pull out the hypergeometric calculator for getting lucky, but this is insanely lucky. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen anything... Wow, it's still happening! Arena! That's 15 lands in a row or something. That is absolutely almost unbelievable. It actually is. Statistically, that is so unlikely. Okay. So, yeah, so Risen Reef, we'll see. I mean, in theory, there's probably a decent chance we make it, because we got really lucky with our land hits to start off. So, stuff's triggering. Oh, we're not even gonna make... Are we gonna make it? Maybe. Triggering. I mean, we're definitely making a lot of tokens. Yeah, it looks like our streak of lands to begin with is going to end up being enough to get us through the entire deck. Triggering. We'll see if our opponent just counters Thassa's Oracle. Triggering. 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 Okay. I mean, I guess we just try to go all the way and hope that they don't have a counter. So we have, what, 6 cards in our deck. 5 cards in our deck. 4 cards in our deck. Alright, 3. So we didn't actually make it. Wow, we got really lucky and didn't make it through our deck. But it was still enough. Wow. All right. Well, we did get a win. So, I mean, it's definitely a combo that's really sweet when it comes together. Yeah, it's definitely super hilarious when it comes together. I don't know if it's something I would be surprised if it was something that would actually like rank you up on Arena, but if you just want to go try to draw your entire deck, there's a little bit of finger crossing. I actually wonder, so that setup, we had Thassa's Oracle and 2 Royals. I wonder how fizzleable that actually is. Like, how likely are you to fizzle when you have 3 combo pieces? It definitely is cool that you get to draw your entire deck. That was a pretty spectacular combo turn for sure. All right, one more game, and then we will probably be calling it a night. Now, Leafkin Druid. Are you up against goblins? People goblins and best in one too? Bonus. Oh, burn. Oh boy. Well, that's not encouraging. Risen Reef. This means our creatures will probably be dying. Painless Quill! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you. Yeah, your deck was sweet, Corius. It definitely is. It is definitely spectacular when it works out. Definitely one of the cooler ways to win a game of Historic for sure. And the Thassa's Oracle did work well. All right, opponent killing us. No, cast a Risen Reef. Yeah, we're not super close to doing much. Yeah, this is tough. They just have so many ways to kill our combo pieces that, yeah, we're super in trouble. Down to 12, untap, opponent. Down to 8. Down to 5, down to 4. We draw a tap land. Well, yeah. So I guess we're just hoping our opponent has nothing somehow. Alright, any burn spell, and they got us. What about Arcane Adaptation? Opponent with the early GG because the best of one, blah, blah, blah. Well, alright. Yeah, I don't know what Arcane Adaptation would do there. I mispronounced your name really good. Oh, wow. Well, this was interesting. So, we crushed people with Tinybones pretty spectacularly. And then we got to draw our entire deck with a pretty unique historic combo. So, I think the combo is definitely spicy. I mean, the games where it wins are pretty spectacular. I'm still not sure the best way to actually build it. Although it did seem like Omnath was probably a negative rather than a positive because it forces you to draw cards. Very, very kind of weird idea. It seems like you got to have just Risen Reef, and then kind of like wait till you get the right amount of mana. But when it all comes together, it combos off pretty spectacularly. Oh. On that note, everyone, I think that brings us to the end. Your cousin's channel. What is your cousin's channel? The All Father's Mom. On that note, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for tonight. The good news is we'll be back next week. Monday streams should be back now that spoiler season is finally wrapping up for Double Masters. So y'all are amazing. Quick reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube. That's where you can find all the old streams. Normal YouTube. Tons of stuff going out on there as well. Commander Clash tomorrow. Viewer submitted decks. Daily spoilers for Double Masters. Sweet Much Brew in Historic. Budget Magic and Modern on Monday. So tons of stuff going on there. On that note, I think that, oh yeah, our sponsor, I almost forgot. Our sponsor tonight, of course, one last time, is the ever awesome Card Kingdom. And if you need some Magic cards, maybe some Double Masters pre-orders, you can get them at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker, just let them know you want one. Anyway, everyone, that brings us to the end for tonight. Y'all are super amazing. Not at all, Leak. Good game. Y'all are super amazing. Have a wonderful night. Have an amazing weekend. We will be back on Monday to have fun, to play Magic, to play some Jank, to combo off, all that stuff. So until then, have a great weekend. I love y'all, and I will talk to you soon.